That kick is way too high, you need to cut it. That bass is way too low, you need to cut it. Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Post Producers Playground. This week we're going to talk about how to really use an EQ. We're getting down low and dirty with it, baby. Last week we spoke about the history of EQ and how it came to be invented. And today we talk about cutting unwanted frequencies, okay? We're just cutting it. So now, house music, techno music, dance music, rap music might even contain frequencies as low as the threshold of human hearing, that is below 20 hertz. Now, and they might even boost anything between 40 to 60 hertz all the way up to about 12 kilohertz, you know, just to give it that nice click sounds, you know. However, in traditional jazz, folk music, and gospel, any frequencies below 40 hertz or 50 hertz, even in R&B, might be filtered out or cut out, you know, depending. Traditional R&B would do that, you know, but the modern R&B, it's more like hip hop, you know. They've got those 808 kick drums and they never filter anything out, you know. So on the opposite end of the frequency spectrum, anything above 12 to 20 kilohertz might also be filtered out using a high pass filter, right? So therefore we can safely affirm that a high pass filter will filter out low frequencies and allow high frequencies to pass through, and a low pass filter will do the opposite. Okay, right. Now let me play you one of my songs. This is a song that I wrote and composed, and it was produced by me, and it's on my forthcoming album. It's called Dance Under the Rain. Just have a listen to it.
We dance like our lives depended on it. We dance from the break of dawn until the morning. How tender were her lips, let us into my pain. Remember when we kissed and then it started to rain. I won't forget when we danced under the rain. When we danced under the rain. I won't forget when we danced under the rain. When we danced under the rain. I won't forget when we danced under the rain. When we danced under the rain. I won't forget when we danced under the rain. When we danced under the rain.
Now guys, so I just wanted you to hear the song before we start working on that, you know. So basically in the song there's everything: drums, vocals, synthesizers, guitars, keys, and everything, right? So now we're going to decide on which EQ type we're going to use. Now let's get back to the mixer. All right, there we go. Here's our mixer. Now I want to show you the different types of EQs. Now, first of all, there's what we call a parametric EQ, okay? And a parametric EQ will have these three distinct features, okay? It will have a frequency knob, allowing you to dial into whichever frequency of your choice, and, excuse me, it will allow you to have bandwidth, okay? Now, bandwidth gives you the amount, you know, that you're going to be using, you know, in terms of applying a boost or a cut, and it will give you the amplitude or the volume in decibels. And remember guys, that whenever you boost a sound, the volume goes up, you know. Whenever you cut a sound, the amplitude of the volume goes down, right? So now this is an Oxford EQ, okay? And then here's Pultec is one of my favorites. Actually, I was not using that, I just placed it there for you guys to see, you know, as an example. Now this is what I've done with my EQ, okay?
We danced like our lives depended on it. We danced from the break of dawn until the morning. How tender were her lips, let us into my pain. Remember when we kissed and then it started to rain. I won't forget when we danced under the rain. When we danced under the rain.
Now what I've done with my low kick here, guys, right? I've taken my low kick drum. Remember, I just spoke about the fundamental frequencies of a kick drum. Although the amplitude may differ, but the frequencies are the same. You can never, for instance, start cutting out anything below 500 hertz or 1 kilohertz out of a kick drum. Then it wouldn't sound like a kick drum. It would sound like a snap, you know, or a clap. You know what I mean? I have two kick drums, a high kick drum and a low kick drum, okay? So on my low kick drum, I've boosted 60 hertz, and this is the Pultec, guys. It's one of the best equalizers that there are, you know, parametric EQs. Remember, we said a parametric EQ has to have a frequency knob, you know, that you can use to dial in the frequency you want to use. It has to have amplitude, right? Amplitude, there we go. Boost or cut, there we go. Decibels, 1, 2, 3, 4. all the way up to 10, and it will give you a bandwidth or Q. Okay, a bandwidth is also abbreviated as Q. So whenever you see Q, you know that's by how much. Now it depends on the device, but on this device specifically, when you go to the left, you actually narrowing the bandwidth, and you go to the right, you actually widening and broadening the bandwidth. Hey, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Appreciate the support. Please tune in next week for another episode on how to EQ. Peace.